You have already studied how to locate a point on a number line in your previous classes. So this time we will discuss about a new topic, coordinate geometry. So we know, suppose we are being given a number line L and I want to locate any number, suppose 3. So first of all I will be drawing origin, okay, then 1, 2, 3. So these are all basic concepts which you have learnt in your previous classes. If to the right side of the origin we have all positive integers and to its left we have all negative integers. So I got the point 3 here at this position, right? So right now you can see I have located 3 only on one line, but it is not necessary in every case. Sometimes if we have different cases, I am drawing, suppose, a surface of a table. Suppose this is a surface of a table and here I have placed any object, right? If I want to tell you at what position of the table this object is lying, so I will have to draw a horizontal perpendicular as well as a vertical perpendicular. Now after measuring, I can say the distance of this point from the smaller edge is 1 centimeter and the distance of this point from the longer edge is also 1 centimeter. So this is the exact position of the point on the surface of the table. Now this branch of mathematics is called to be coordinate geometry, and this coordinate geometry was initially developed by French philosopher and mathematician whose name was René Descartes. So we can say René Descartes has developed this coordinate geometry. He invented the idea of placing two such number lines perpendicular to each other on a plane and locating the points on the plane by referring them to a lines. These perpendicular lines can be in any of the direction, but we choose these lines to locate a point in a plane in this chapter. So one line will be horizontal and one will be vertical. So let me show you. Suppose we are placing an horizontal line, okay, let this be x-axis, so it is denoted by x and x dash. Same way, a vertical line which is mutually perpendicular to the horizontal line. So this vertical line is representing the y-axis and so it is called to be y dash. So we have represented here x-axis and y-axis. Now both the axes are mutually perpendicular to each other. So these are the property which you need to remember. So both the axes are mutually perpendicular to each other. That means all four angles will be right angle over here. And the point of intersection where they intersect each other is represented by O. So O is just an alphabet to represent the origin, right? So we can say the coordinates of O are 0 and 0. Now the question arises, what do you mean by coordinate? So coordinate is always represented by parenthesis and also presented in comma. So we can say coordinates are represented by parenthesis and is represented by comma. For example, P of A comma B, right? So this is actually ordered pair. The way of writing a point in such a way is called to be an ordered pair. What it is said to be? Ordered pair. In this ordered pair, the first number represents the x coordinate. The first number represents the x coordinate and the second one represents the y coordinate. The x coordinate is also called to be abscissa and the y coordinate is called to be ordinate. So for point 3, 4, we can say the x coordinate is x and so the abscissa is 3, okay, and here the ordinate means the y coordinate is 4. So again I will repeat here, the x coordinate is 3, so the abscissa is 3, and the y coordinate means ordinate will be 4. Now let us learn how to place this kind of points in our coordinate plane. Now let us understand the same concept more clearly using a graph paper. The system used for describing the position of any point in a plane with reference to two mutually perpendicular lines is called to be Cartesian coordinate system. So this system what we are going to learn is Cartesian coordinate system. These are the coordinate axes. That means x-axis, which is horizontal axis, and vertical axis is called to be y-axis. Together they are called to be axes, A-X-E-S, right? Now, where is origin? The point of intersection of x-axis and y-axis is called to be origin. These two axes intersect each other in such a way they will form four quadrants. So this one is called to be first quadrant, this one is second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. We can also say the first quadrant lies in the interior of angle XOY. Second quadrant is the interior of angle YOX dash. Third quadrant is interior of angle X dash OY dash. And the fourth quadrant is interior of angle XOY dash. In the first quadrant, we have the sign convention as plus comma plus. This means the x coordinate is positive as well as the y coordinate. That means if you have a number 3 comma 4, right? So you see on x-axis, always we have to see first the x-axis. So the x coordinate is 3. It will intersect with the y coordinate, that is 4. So here we will get a point. See, for x coordinate it is 3 and for y coordinate it is 4. So this point is 3 comma 4. Okay, you can see here both the numbers are positive, so its position is in first quadrant. Same way, if you have negative x number, that means the x coordinate is negative, and if your y coordinate is positive, for example the number is minus 2 comma 3, so minus 2 for x and 3 for y, so this point will be minus 2 and 3. As x is negative and y is positive, so it will lie in the second quadrant. Let us take one more number, both are negative where? So we are getting minus 5 and minus 2. So suppose this is the point, minus 5 for x quadrant, and for y axis it is minus 2. So minus 5 comma minus 2 will be the points, okay, it will be the coordinates of the points lying in the third quadrant, because both the points are negative, right? If you have x positive and y negative, so the number will definitely lie in the fourth quadrant. For example, you can take 2 comma minus 2. So this is 2 of x-axis and minus 2 of y-axis. So what I want to say is, all the positive numbers, that means when both the coordinates are positive, it will lie in the first quadrant. If x coordinate is negative and y is positive, it will lie in the second quadrant. If both are negative, it will lie in the third quadrant. And if we can say x is positive and y is negative, it will lie in the fourth quadrant. What about the numbers when x or y coordinate is 0? Suppose the number is 3 comma 0. So it will be on x-axis itself. Please see, x coordinate is a number but y coordinate is 0. So all the numbers having y coordinate 0 will be on x-axis. If it is 3 comma 0, it will be on positive x, and if it is minus 3 comma 0, it will be on the negative x-axis. Same way, if I want to place 0 comma 2, right? So here you can see the x coordinate is 0. Y coordinate is not 0, so the point will be on the y-axis, positive y-axis. Same way, this is 0 comma minus 3. So in this way, by looking at the coordinates, we can find out whether they lie in the quadrants or they lie on the axis, or the third case, whether it lies on the origin. For the origin, the coordinates are 0 comma 0. That means the x coordinate is also 0 as well as the y coordinate is 0. That means abscissa and ordinate both are 0. Now let us learn few more things. Suppose this is named to be as point A. The coordinates of point A is 3, 4. That means the x coordinate is 3 and y coordinate is 4. So can you tell me what is the distance of this point from y-axis and x-axis? Yes, if I talk about the vertical axis, that is y-axis, so the distance is 3 units. And if I talk about the horizontal axis, that is x-axis, the distance is 4 units. That means for any point A or B or C, its x coordinate, if it is negative, make it positive, its x coordinate will be the distance from y-axis. So I can say 3 is the distance from y-axis and 4 is the distance from x-axis, right? Same way, if you take a negative number, please take this as point B, -5 -2, right? As both the numbers are negative, but distance is never considered to be negative. So orally now, without drawing any line, I can tell you the distance of point B from x-axis is 2, just 2 units. I will not say -2. Distance is never negative. Same way, the distance of point B from y-axis will be equal to 5 units. Okay, so now you can practically draw and see. This is the distance from y-axis, which is 5. Okay, and this is the distance from x-axis, which is 2. Right? Now let me check whether you are able to answer me or not. Let us take the third point to be C. I told distance is never negative. So C of -2, 3. The x coordinate is -2 and the y coordinate is 3. Now without looking on the graph paper, can you tell me what will be the distance of point C from x-axis? So yes, it is 3 units. And what is the distance of this point C from y-axis? So yes, it will be 2 units. Don't say -2, it is just 2 units. Okay, now I think it is clear. Answer few questions in the textbook. Exercise 3.2. First question is, what is the name of the horizontal and the vertical lines drawn to determine the position of any point in the Cartesian plane? So obviously these both are called to be axes. Okay, the horizontal axis is called to be x-axis and the vertical one is called to be y-axis. What is the name of the each part of the plane formed by these two lines? So each part formed by these two lines is called to be quadrant. We have already seen this is quadrant 1, 2, 3 and 4. Same way, the last question. Write the name of the point where these two lines are intersecting. So obviously these two lines will intersect at O, that means the origin, and the coordinates of this point will be 0, 0. Now we have to see this graph. Looking at this graph, we need to find out certain question. What is the what is the coordinate of point B? So you can see here point B is in the second quadrant. What is the x coordinate? -5 and the y coordinate is 2. So we can say the coordinates of B is -5, 2. Second way, what are the coordinates of point C? So C is over here. The x coordinate, first always we have to see the x coordinate. So the x coordinate is 5 and the y coordinate is -5. So C is 5, +5, -5. That is x is positive, y is negative. Third question, which point is identified by -3 and -5? So in x-axis we can see -3, y-axis -5. So that point is E. E is representing -3, -5. Which point is identified as 2, -4? So see +2 on x-axis and -4 on y-axis. So we get point G. In this way you can find out many more questions. Let us see next, in which quadrant or on which axis do these points lie? So the first point, without drawing it in a graph paper, let us see whether you are able to say it orally or not. -2, 4. Their x is negative, y is positive, so it will be in the second quadrant. 3, -1. X is positive, but y is negative, so it will be in the fourth quadrant. Right? -1, 0. Now don't say negative and positive. As the y coordinate is 0 here, it will lie on x-axis. But because x is a negative number here, So we can say it will be on ray OX dash, that means negative x-axis. Okay, same way 1, 2 both are positive, so first quadrant. Both are negative here in the next one, -3, -5, so it will be third quadrant. Now verify your answer by locating them in Cartesian plane. So you can draw it in a graph paper and you can find out. This next question we will be doing practically. Point these points, plot these points x, y on your plane, Cartesian plane, choosing suitable units. So let us do this one on a graph paper. Now let us see, I have already drawn. You can see x-axis, x dash and y-axis, right? We need to plot first point -2, 8. So -2 of x-axis and 8 of y-axis. So this will be the first point. Let us name them A of -2, 8. This is a proper way to write. First you make a dot to highlight where the position of the point is. Then you can name the point A, B by any of the alphabet, and then you can write the coordinates. It is 100% necessary to write the coordinates in the coordinate plane so that we can identify. Next is -1, 7. So this will be the next point. You can see the x coordinate is -1 and the y coordinate is 7. So this is point B, -1, 7. Same way we have 0, -1.25. Now you can see this is 0 of x coordinate, right? And 1.25 will be approximately here, the third line, right? So this is sec of 0, -1.25. Then you have 1, 3. So 1 of x-axis, and for y coordinate it will be 3. So this is d of 1, 3. Then 3 of 3 and -1. So the fourth coordinate, x coordinate will be 3 and the y coordinate is -1. So this is the point lying in the fourth quadrant, that is E of 3, -1. Okay.